Hello there, everyone. Welcome to my studio. This is Beth Kozik, and it is Saturday at noon and time for our catalog Copycat cards. I'm so glad that you're here with me today. I have a really fun project to share with you. But first, let's take a peek at what we made last week. This was with the Simply Elegant suite of products, and it's a beautiful card that we used some of the designer paper, and then we stamped with dark gray ink to make this pattern on the gray paper. We did a little bit of heat embossing with some gold embossing powder, added a little bit of gold cording and a piece of the gold foil paper. So it was a really quick card to make, went together very easily. We used just a plain smoky slate background for the card base itself. So that was our card. Let's go ahead and pick a winner. Lots of people watched last week, so I'm very grateful. And our winner this time is Missy. So thank you, Missy, and everybody else for watching. I really appreciate it, and I will send this card off to you right away. So we are in the annual catalog again this week, and the card I'm going to share with you is this one right here. We are on page 65, and we're going to use the Hey Birthday Chick stamp set and the coordinating dies. This is a really cute stamp set. I just absolutely love it. It's very whimsical. It's easy to add color to it for those who might like to do coloring with either our blends or watercoloring or any type of water or coloring that you prefer. But it's really cute. It has very fun sayings here. You're still a spring chicken. Best of cluck. I just love this crazy chicken here with his hair. I just think he's so cute. And then this one here, she's kind of a plump one with the balloon. We're going to use that one today. A little birthday chick coming out of the egg, which is so cute. And here this guy is dancing. So yeah, it's a really fun one. I really think it's cute. So we're going to go ahead and make this card right here. All right, so let's get started. And this stamp set and die set were introduced earlier this year. They were part of a special promotion and independent of any catalog. And Stampin' Up! Decided to bring them both over into our annual catalog. So lucky us. They did unbundle them, so they are not at a little discount like usual. So the stamp set itself is $21, and then the dies are $27. Let me show these to you. They are so fun. There is, let's see, how many are on here? 11. So there's a fun happy birthday, which we're going to use today. This is what it looks like. And then this is the cutout for the fat chicken with the balloon. So we're going to use that one today. And then there's like a sack of flour. There's a little chick. Here's a bow tie. This is the cutout for the chicken who's eating the cupcake. And then this is the cutout for the little chick coming out of the egg. Here is, I presume this makes like embossed, kind of like the footprints of the chicken. This, I believe, is the part of the balloon. Oh, actually, I think it might be more like a streamer that we could use. I'll have to play with that to see what that one does. And then this is the cutout for the dancing chicken. And then here is a little piece of like a country or a farm fence. So yeah, these are super cute. And then the stamp set looks like this. So we're going to use these confetti stamps and also this one here. And I think that's it for the stamps. Yes, that's it. So I'm going to show you how to do 2 color stamping on one stamp. So let's get our inks going here. Well, first of all, what we need today for the project, I have Poppy Parade ink, Daffodil Delight ink, and Misty Moonlight ink. And then our cardstock is we have a Pool Party card base. So this is 8.5 by 5.5, scored at 4 1/4. And then we have another piece that's going to be our top layer, and this one is also Pool Party. And it is cut to, I believe, 3 3/4 by 5 inches. We need a piece of Misty Moonlight cardstock to cut out our happy birthday. And then we need a piece of white, our basic white, to do our chicken and balloon stamping on. So let's go ahead and do that first. And you might notice I put a little bit of a piece of a Post-it note onto the stamp. And I found over the years that whenever there is a stamp that has a round or even a square shape to it where it's just an outline, I have maybe a little heavier hand sometimes, so ink gets on the middle part of that, and then that transfers over to my project. So if we put a piece of scrap paper on there, it helps to take on the ink so that the ink won't transfer onto our cardstock. Okay, so that's just a little tip. So let's go ahead first and stamp, ink up the chicken part of it. So I'm just taking my stamp pad. I want my balloon to be red and my chicken to be daffodil, so yellow. And I'm just going to press that onto my stamp. And I'm going to bring it all the way up here to be sure to get those top feathers. And it will be okay if it goes over just a little bit onto the stem of the balloon. And I'll tell you how we can fix that after if that does happen. So I'm just tapping that on there to make sure I get that inked real well. And then I'm going to take the Poppy Parade and just rotate this around a little bit. And then I'm going to ink up that balloon. And I'm also going to go down part way. Do you see how that ink is getting on the middle of the middle of the inside of that circle? It's kind of hard to avoid that from happening, but I want to be sure I'm going to ink up the circle as well as a little bit of the string. Now, if I don't get the string all the way down, it will be okay because I have my blends marker ready here, and we're going to draw that in. Okay, so this is inked, ready to go, and I'm going to stamp that right onto my white cardstock. Okay, that looks good. So see how I missed right there, but it won't be a problem. And okay, so I'm going to cut this out with my die, which is here. So a little tip when we have a larger die like this is to use Post-it notes to secure that onto the die, right onto the cardstock. So that looks good right about there. So yeah, I like to put several on there to make sure that it stays put so it doesn't move when it gets onto my embossing and cutting machine. Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and cut that real quick. And here we go. I'm back already. So what I did is I'm going to take my Poppy Parade Blends marker, and we have the narrow tip as well as the brush tip. So the first thing I'll do is finish off the line here like that. And then there's also part of the string that is tied around the tail of the chicken. So I'm just going to draw that on like this so that matches the balloon. Okay. And then for the top part, I'm going to take the other end of my blend, which is the brush end, and then just give this some color. We're just going to color this in. And we're all familiar with how balloons have a little bit of a reflection. So I'm going to try my best here to leave a little bit of a white area, which will kind of mimic that reflection that a balloon has. There, that looks pretty good. All right, and then I'm going to take, what color here? Pumpkin pie, light pumpkin pie, and color in the beak, and then the top feathers, just to give a little contrast, and then the feet. So this chicken is really having a party here. It's so cute. All right, and there is the other foot. So there. All right, that is ready to go. And then I went ahead and I used the die to cut out the happy birthday on our Misty Moonlight cardstock, and that looks like this. So very cute. And I have my take your pick tool where I can just poke out the little center parts of the letters in case those didn't cut through. Okay, so that is ready to go. And then our next step is to take our Misty Moonlight ink and our Pool Party cardstock layer. And where's my scrap paper? Here's my scrap paper. And then we're going to stamp this pattern all around. So we're kind of making just a random pattern with this confetti. So I'm going to rotate my stamp each time. And yeah, it's kind of an easy way to make an all-over pattern, kind of like designer paper, really. So we'll just add a lot of confetti here. And it looks like they really did a lot, so I'm going to do a lot too. Can never have too much confetti, right? And then the chicken's going to cover up part of this, kind of in the center, so I don't need to do quite as much there. Okay, that looks good. All right, and then I think we are ready to assemble this very quick card. So let's go ahead, and it looks like they used just regular, no layering or no pop-up on this layer. So I'm just going to add some of my Stampin' Seal, and then that's going to go right on the front like this. Okay, and then our chicken is going to be popped up, so I have some dimensionals ready. So we'll add those here. And then our sentiment is going to go right below, so it's kind of like the chicken is laying on top of the happy birthday. So let's see, that's going to be placed right about there. And then the chicken, that looks good. So that's popped up just a smidge. And I think I'm going to leave that happy birthday flat. It looks like it's popped up in the catalog, but I think that will be a little bit difficult. So I'm just going to use a tiny bit of our green Tombow glue and add that on to our card. Let's see if I can get a little bit here. Just do the corners, a little bit in the middle. There we go. Okay, so there's our happy birthday. Super cute, nice and easy. Whoops. Okay, and then the final step is to add just a little bit of shine. So these are the Artistry Blooms sequins. I think they are. I think so. Well, I don't have too many left here. I just happen to have a few blue ones that we can add onto this card. So I'm just going to pull these off and just sprinkle on a few like that. So there we go. All right, let me get my bone folder ready here. I'll just give this a nice crease. And then we are done. Look how cute that is. I just love these chickens. I hope you do too. It's a very cute set. And here is the catalog card, and then here's my version. Very sweet. Just love it. So if you'd like an opportunity at receiving this card, please leave a comment on YouTube or on Facebook. I'd love to hear from you, and it's so nice that everybody is watching and supporting me. It's greatly appreciated. So that's it for today, ladies. I will see you again next time. Have a great day. Bye-bye.